Most people write July off as one of the worst months to be in Tucson. I want to challenge that completely because if you know what to do in July, and I have had over 40 years here to figure it out, this month has some of the most unique, most beautiful, and most genuinely fun things happening in all of Southern Arizona. Hi, I'm Meagan Estees, your easy home girl with eXp Realty. I'm a Tucson native and I've been living in Vail, Arizona since 1995. Every month I put together a locals guide to what's actually worth doing here, and July's list is one I'm genuinely excited about. So let me start with the thing that changes everything about July in Tucson: the monsoon. Monsoon season in Arizona runs officially from June 15th through September 30th. It's not one storm, it's a seasonal wind shift that brings afternoon and evening thunderstorms, sometimes daily. Most of the rain falls fast. What was a dry wash in the morning can be a rushing river by 3 p.m. The storms are dramatic. Lightning, high winds, dust storms, and flash floods can all happen in the same afternoon. People who have lived here for decades will tell you that monsoon is the season that they wait for. The saguaros absorb water and plump up. The desert turns shades of green you didn't even know that it had. And temperatures are punctuated by afternoon storms that drop the temperatures 15 to 20 degrees in an hour or so. July in Tucson is not just hot, it is hot and dramatic and beautiful. Now let's start with the biggest event of the month, the 4th of July. And this year, July 4th falls on a Saturday, which means the main celebration is exactly where it should be. The anchor event is the City of Tucson's annual fireworks show at A Mountain, which is officially Centennial Peak on the west side of downtown. This is the one Tucsonans have gathered for years. Fireworks launch from the top of A Mountain at 9 p.m. and are visible from much of the west side and downtown Tucson. The TCC parking lot opens up at 4 p.m. There are food trucks set up by 7, and the fireworks are completely free. The MSA Annex in the Mercado District hosts a pre-fireworks community event, which has live music, food trucks, family friendly, and it's no cover. One of the best spots to watch the A Mountain show. Then you have Casino del Sol, which holds its own annual fireworks spectacular at the Anselmo Valencia Torre Amphitheater, which is typically the night before the 4th on Friday, July 3rd at 8:15 p.m. Free and a great option if you want the fireworks experience without having to deal with downtown crowds. Then you have the Keno Sports Complex, which hosts the annual Diamonds in the Sky celebration, which is a baseball game followed by fireworks. First pitch is typically around 6:30 p.m. Baseball plus fireworks in the desert is one of those uniquely Tucson summer experiences, and all American for sure. Oro Valley also hosts its own family celebration at James D. Criet Park from 5 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. And that also has food trucks, live music, kids activities, and fireworks. And Marana's Star Spangled Spectacular runs at Crossroads at Silverbell District Park from 5:30 to 9:20 p.m. My honest recommendation is to pick one fireworks show and commit. The A Mountain show from the MSA Annex or Mercado District is one of the best viewing experiences in the city. All right, every Saturday evening through August, the Arizona-Sonora Desert Museum runs cool summer nights. The museum stays open until 10 p.m. on Saturday evenings during the summer. You get to see nocturnal animals come alive, night blooming plants put on a show, and the desert under a July monsoon sky is genuinely magical. Each Saturday has a different theme, so check the desertmuseum.org for the specific July schedule. If you need to escape the heat entirely, Mount Lemmon is your answer. Mount Lemmon is 25 to 30 degrees cooler than Tucson at its summit in July. When Tucson hits 105 degrees, Summer Haven is around 75 to 80 degrees, and it's only 45 minutes from downtown. The Catalina Highway is one of the great scenic drives in the Southwest, passing through 5 distinct ecological zones. On the live entertainment front, we have Killers of Kill Tony featuring David Lucas, Timmy No Breaks, Martin Phillips, and Diedrich Flynn on Friday, July 10th at 7 p.m. at the Linda Ronstadt Music Hall. Check rialtotheater.com, foxtucson.com, and hotelcongress.com throughout July for the full live music calendar. Now, this one might sound unusual, but trust me, monsoon storm watching is a legitimate July activity here in Tucson. When a monsoon storm is building over the Catalinas or near the Rincons in the afternoon, that dark blue-green wall of cloud building against the mountain range, it's one of the most spectacular natural shows you will ever see. Centennial Peak Park, Gates Pass, and the pullouts on Skyline Drive are popular storm watching spots. The light just before the monsoon hits is unlike anything. Amber and gold and completely otherworldly. For the middle of the day, the Tucson Museum of Art, the Pima Air and Space Museum, and the Flandreau Planetarium at the University of Arizona are all excellent on a hot July afternoon. July in Tucson, specifically the period after a monsoon storm, is one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen. The desert smells like rain and desert sage. The temperatures drop, the sky turns pink and orange and purple over the Catalinas, and then it is completely still. That moment is what Tucson is. For the full July events guide with dates, venues, and Google Map lists, text me July events to 520-980-9880 and I will send it right over. I'm Meagan Estees, your AZ homegirl. July is worth it, and I will see you in the next one.